So you taught year 10 this afternoon.
Yeah.
How do you think that lesson went?
In the past, some of our mentees have left because they weren't having regular meetings with their mentors, and they weren't fully supported in the programme.
Okay, so we always meet on a Monday, so Michael knows that that is our regular meeting time, but he also knows that he can come to me at any point, so he'll send me lesson plans throughout the week if he wants some help or some advice on them, and I'll always get back to him the same day with some feedback.
You have to develop that mutual respect with each other, that he can be, in my case for Hasib, he can actively approach me whenever he needs. He's able to speak to me about whenever he wants me to come in to observe lessons which are outside of, let's just say, a remit of observations that we already have.
I know you've lost your voice, so I just want to show you this clip that I've got and just see how they respond to the slant, but without me having to raise my voice, so it's a different approach. So the first thing we established was different behaviour for learning strategies. So for example, in his lesson today, he grouped students by different coloured bibs, and that allowed him to make sure that all students were on task at exactly the right time. The next thing we started to look at is how they enter the lesson. Then we looked at, okay, they're in the lesson, they're behaving well, you're using slant, but how can we make it even more effective so students follow all your instructions? So the target we looked at was having routines with slant. So for example, 3 pens down, 2 arms folded, 1 eyes on me. And because he uses that every single time, students know what to expect. And all these consistent routines have led to huge progress in their behaviour, which has also led to a calm learning environment. So once the calm learning environment was established, we thought, great, how can we progress their learning even further? So we started looking at building in the EDI principles. Week by week, so we looked at retrieval practice. Now we're looking at presenting new material in small steps, just giving really clear instructions and getting pupils to repeat those instructions to ensure they're listening. And then that means they can get on task quicker.
Where we sit together and we'll plan a lesson together. And then that lesson will then be delivered, and I'll go observe him, and then he'll go and observe me as well with the exact same lesson. And we'll try and improve that lesson as time goes on.
3, 2, 1, smart.
I'll probably drop into his lesson at least twice a day. Twice a day I'll drop into his lesson just to make sure he's okay, because we have that relationship, we have that communication, and that's because I need to know that he is, 1, okay, and 2, that he's actually progressing.
Okay, so I'd like to think that as a mentor I'm approachable, so if anyone that I'm mentoring has any concerns or any questions, that they can come and find me at any time. And I've always said to them, I'm always available if they need anything. One thing I like to do is lead by example. So if someone's struggling on a particular aspect of their teaching, I'll always invite them to come to my lesson, and I'll make a really conscious effort to explicitly show how to do something like that.
Someone called me, and my husband was listening to it, and he's like, I can't believe it's happening on a Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And I said, no, this is important. And then he said to me, you know, you weren't a mentor then, you're a counsellor. You're sorting out their personal problems and you're listening, but that's not your job. And I said, I know, but actually, within my role, it is my job.
I think part of really effective mentoring is recognising when your mentee is doing well and really praising that. It's too easy sometimes to get caught up in what they need to develop on, but when you praise them, it helps build confidence, and it helps them really want to work on their areas of development because they can see that they're getting better.